Thought it might be interesting to check this out in the hood today. And Jen and I have metal detected down here before, and a lot of you guys will recognize this house was, well, we called it the creep house here. Creepy as hell. And it's very interesting, this little cottage over here, those of you who were on my afternoon chooches 6 months ago will remember that they actually came in and they hired a company that raised this house up. They raised it up about 4 feet off the ground, and then they went ahead and poured a new foundation, and then they lowered it down. So I don't know whether these houses were victims of just really bad. Some of these really old houses they never really had. They were just on piers, wooden piers, driven into the ground by steam power back in 1890s or 1910. And I really thought that this house would be a tear down. This house would really be a tear down, because it seemed like it was all out of kilter, like it was lopsided on the right side. But damn if they didn't come in there. And they also raised this house up, this old one, off of the lots of horny boys out today. They actually raised this house up too, 4 feet off the ground. And I'm just sorry I didn't get the video of that. But now this effectively takes the worst house that was in the neighborhood here. And I think when they're all done, and you can see they're putting new clapboard on the side. They've just totally gutted on the inside. It's got the tin roof. You can actually see skylight through the other side. Blue sky. So, you know, the house, you know, theoretically, and you can see that's kind of tilted downward, those post things that hang down, that trim detail. You can actually see that's tilted forward like about 5 degrees or so. But if you don't tear the house down, then they don't consider that you need to have a new building permit. So you can avoid the $25,000, $30,000 of hookup fees to be on city services. So it's like no matter what shape the house is in, they don't care whether they have to raise it up or do whatever the hell they have to do. They're going to keep that house intact, and then all they're doing is just pulling permits for renovation work. But it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out, because that's really rugged. That framing on the inside and stuff, you can imagine. They put the new sill plate down there, and then they put the the looks like 2x8s on top of that for support. So I guess they'll make their way around, but this is now going to turn into a nice property because it's got plenty of room in the back. If we go back here and take a look, trying to be careful on this street here. If you check it out on the back, they also built a garage back on the back here. So it's pretty cool. So they got a whole team doing that. Nice job. Looks beautiful. A lot of work. So they actually took one of the worst houses in the neighborhood now and have starting to turn it into one of the best. So just shows you, with a few dollars and the right kind of guys on the team, anything is possible. So that's the company that did the house lift there. I can't quite make out the name of them, but not everybody can do that kind of work. That's a very specialized work, to be able to lift up a house, because it theoretically could collapse and pull your neighbor's house down too. Sorry for the spin, I had the dog wrapped around me. So it's a very specialized permit to do that kind of work. So I thought you guys might be interested. Just this little side chooch today said they're really going at it. They got their work cut out for them. It looks like they put some new post beams up on the corner there. So this shows you in California, especially in Santa Rosa, Northern California, the great pains that people will go to avoid tear downs, so that they don't have to pay the permitting to do what's considered a new sewer hookup and that kind of stuff. So we'll keep you posted on the progress here. See what happens to the Spook house. You can just hear them going to town in there. They're just pulling down that old lath on the walls to get that thing right down to the studs. Big job, guys. Big job. Probably get rid of the roof too. You can imagine that sound, and it sound like a drum in there when it rains in there. But they do good work. They did a beautiful job on this little house here, getting that all up to snuff. Okay, so what? The gate needs a little work, right? But at the end of it, you got a nice half-acre property like we got on the Rancho. Probably an acre, actually. And you can see on the side, you got your garage back there. It's a pretty nice piece of land. That's why it's so important in life to have a little bit of what you call vision, to see something that looks really shitty and to be able to turn it into something nice. And the really good thing is these people will be able to probably pipe from from Roseland Creek down here. You can see the water down there. They'll probably be able to pipe from that for irrigation and stuff. So let's just run over here. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for being along. I thought you